Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought it would be neat to take a look at what is about to happen next. So this is, what can you expect, like what new development or unexpected event, or if you have been expecting something, maybe a confirmation here. So this is just a message from your spirit guides about what is likely to happen next for you, given everybody's current energies, to put it that way. So with that said, please feel free to pause the video, pick whichever card is speaking the most to you, and let's get into today's reading. Hello Pile 1, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Justice card, this is going to be your reading for today, where we're taking a look at what is about to happen next. This might be, some unexpected event, or an energy coming towards you, or some shift or something. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what comes out. In the cards, you might be expecting something and looking for confirmation, so we'll see, and we'll just see what comes out. But with that said, let's get into it. Okay. Oh my goodness, it fell right into my lap. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. I did see this card when I was shuffling for your pile, so this would be a confirmation. Okay, we have the Hierophant. Okay. Okay. And then, how do you want me to do this? Okay, then we have the Ace of Swords and Four of Swords came out together. I did ask which order to put them in, and Spirit showed me this way, but it doesn't, I'm getting the sense it doesn't really matter, because this is going to happen kind of at the same time. I think that there might be a message that you might be watching this reading currently in the energy of the Four of Cups, and perhaps the reason why you clicked on this video is because you might be feeling bored, and maybe, a little bit disillusioned, maybe feeling like things haven't been working out the way you want, or that nothing's happening, and you're just kind of like, I'm doing all the right things and nothing is happening the way I want, or things aren't developing, or I feel like I've been in the same place for a really long time. That could be one of the messages of the Four of Cups. So maybe a little bit of disinterest, and it might be even to the point of maybe feeling a little bit apathetic, like the word apathy, like just feeling like the things that you used to enjoy or used to bring you pleasure are not really doing it for you right now, and maybe just feeling like you're not really interested in anything, and that could be something that resonates for you. If that's the case, then I think the message here, especially with this Hierophant card being connected to a third eye energy here, there's a message about shifting your perspective and your energy. I think that it's perfectly normal and okay to be in this energy for a little while, for sure. Like, we've all been here, I've been here, I'm currently probably in this energy. We all go through cycles, where, things are not happening, or it just, we feel maybe a little bit, again, stuck, stagnant, bored, disillusioned. Like, when are things going to happen? I really want to, my normal routine, again, is not really doing it for me anymore. The advice I would take from the Hierophant, again, especially with the third eye connection here, would be to specifically reach out to your spirit guides for help, any spiritual source that is meaningful for you. So that could be specific spirit guides, could be an ancestor, who maybe somebody who has passed, or maybe just a spiritual ancestor. It could be your own higher self, a specific angel, again, or any spiritual source for guidance. And I know that for me personally, I sometimes struggle with, even as a tarot reader, I sometimes struggle with feeling connected to spirit. Because when I'm going through a growth cycle, sometimes that connection is cut off as part of the learning experience. And that it can really plunge me into a kind of a dark feeling. And I have found that kind of counterintuitively, the way to kind of pull myself out of that is really to lean into my spiritual connection, even when I'm not feeling it. I don't know if that resonates for you. That might be part of the message here. Again, like, there's, I'm seeing Okay, I am feeling compelled to talk about my experiences. So recently I've had some old wounds that are coming up again, and I've been having very dark thoughts and feelings. A lot of, questioning, like, what's the point? Why am I here? What is my purpose? Do I even belong in this world? Like, these types of questions and doubts. I've had some sleepless nights. I've cried about it. And recently, knowing that reaching out to Spirit has helped me in the past, I really just kind of laid down and cried out for help from Spirit. And this morning, they directed me towards a video from another tarot reader that really explained to me what was going on in a way that I could process it. And I could say, oh, okay, I understand what's happening now, and now I don't have to let these feelings, basically I don't have to catastrophize the way that I feel. I can feel what I'm feeling. It's okay, again, it's okay to feel and think things that are heavy and dark. It's okay. Or again, feeling bored, feeling disillusioned, feeling like, what is the point? It's okay to be in that energy. But what I needed to do was lean into my psychic gifts, lean into my spiritual guidance, and be open to whatever the message was that came back to me, and to have faith in the process, even though that can be the hardest thing to do when I'm in this energy. So I don't know if that resonates for you. That's just something I feel compelled to talk about, because that is something from my own personal experience. And then we have the Ace of Swords and the Four of Swords. And so I think there's a message with these two mirrored fours here of these bookends, shifting from this this energy, the Four of Cups, like disconnected, disinterested energy of the Four of Cups, towards the Four of Swords, which is, it's still not really moving forward. The Four of Swords, we're not really rushing into the next. So we do have an Ace here, but we're not really, like, it's more of a restful energy. It's an energy, I'm going to take this time to recharge, to recuperate, to focus on spiritual healing, spiritual matters, emotional healing, addressing things that I might not really feel like addressing when I'm in a Four of Cups energy. Even though Cups is an emotion card, I would see more of a willingness to work through this stuff, being in the energy of the Four of Swords. And it could be that Spirit's going to reach out and hand you this sword and say, let's shift our energy here, so that we're in a more peaceful place here. And we can say, even if I'm not making forward progress the way that I wanted to, even if things aren't working out the way I wanted to, maybe to the point where I'm asking, like, what is the point of my life? Let's shift right now so that we can get into a more reflective energy, because there's something here that's being brought up. Like, there is a purpose to why you're in this energy. There's something that is coming up to be reflected upon, is what I'm getting from this. And again, I mean, hopefully this has resonated so far. I find whenever I do this type of reading, I always feel really doubtful that these messages are resonating, because it seems so specific. But hopefully this has been helpful for somebody watching. And the Ace of Swords, I would also take this as kind of a reassurance that you can and will shift your energy. Also, the 5 on the Hierophant associated with change, like it's about shifting your perspective. It's about like opening, sitting in this meditative pose here on the Four of Cups, and opening that third eye, and just setting the intention, saying like Spirit, I need help. I'm feeling this way. Can you please help me? Can you please help me in any way you can? Can you send me some guidance, some message, something? And I also want to reiterate that something that surprised me when I got into my spirituality was that, spiritual guidance can come in literally any form. It could be a song lyric that you hear at the grocery store. It could be a line of dialogue in a video game. It could be like the Spirit will communicate with us through anything. to try to get our attention about things that that they want to help with. So I wanted to reiterate that. And the Ace of Swords, yes, Spirit is going to come and they're going to help you shift into a more Swords energy. And the Ace of Swords itself can talk about starting a new cycle, and it can talk about having like an epiphany, an aha moment, a new thought. Or a new perspective, a new way of thinking about something. And it's also associated with communication and being assertive with the way that we choose to communicate, being very clear. And if there is some thing about this Four of Cups situation, particularly if it has to do with family, tradition, the way things are done, if there is something about this situation that is causing you to feel like you're in a Four of Cups energy, that again has to do with family or tradition or the way we've always done things, etc., the past in some way, if it's causing this feeling, there might be, we can take a new approach to this situation where you are making sure that you are advocating for yourself, that your voice is being heard, that you are communicating clearly about what works for you in this situation and what doesn't work for you. And you can even have those conversations with Spirit as well. If you find that your spiritual guidance is coming in a form that doesn't work for you, you can say, listen, Spirit, I appreciate that you're trying to help, but this is not helpful for me. And I've literally done that before too, and it's your spirit guides aren't going to be offended. We're all different. We all take things in different forms, and I have asked Spirit to change their communication style with me, and they have. So it's I think that it is a general reading. You can take whatever works for you about this situation, but the Ace of Swords, setting the intention to approach this situation from a different perspective, where you are clear, because you're taking time to reflect on this situation, you are getting clear about what you want and need here. That is a need that is not currently being met in this Four of Cups energy. There's some level of unfulfillment or resistance here, and when you get clear on what that is, then you can start to advocate and ask for and go after the thing that you want out of this situation that you're not currently getting. If that resonates for you, we are going to get an oracle card. I usually like to do this at the beginning of the spread, but I just started talking, and so that's where we are. Okay, so we do have the shark here. This is interesting. Might be an additional message here. It says, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. Okay, so there is probably some aspect to this that has to do with material wealth. I would associate that with money. You might be aware that there might be a literal shark in your energy field, somebody who's waiting for you to let down your guard in order to take something from you or to try to trip you up in some way. That might be just an additional warning from Spirit about that, and it could be. I've been interpreting this spread more as a message from Spirit. The question that I asked was, what is about to happen? And this could be the answer to that question. Somebody or some situation might be about to happen that could threaten your material wealth, your financial well-being. Again, somebody might be trying to scam you or cheat you out of something or steal from you or betray you. So there might be something like that, or some situation that is not going to go in your favor. And that is what is about to happen. And then this is a message about how can we address this situation. And the way I would interpret that is, again, there's a shifting our energy from disinterested, disillusioned, to reflective and restful. Feeling disconnected to feeling connected to Spirit and spiritual source, being intentional about that, asking for help, particularly if there is a family member, whether they have passed in spirit or a spirit guide The Hierophant can have many different meanings. Could represent somebody who is protecting you, like asking for that help, asking for that guidance, asking for that clarity that might be blocked when you're in your Four of Cups energy, and Spirit might just be asking you to open back up to the spiritual messages so that they can help protect you from whatever this situation is, so that you'll be willing to receive this Ace of Swords, like this sword that Spirit is trying to hand you, so that you can be in an energy where you are ready and prepared when this situation arises, if that makes sense. Because there might be just a warning here that staying in this Four of Cups energy for too long might blind you from this situation, because you might be overly focused on what is not happening, what needs are not being met, rather than focusing on, okay, let's take that information and think about what can I do in this situation to shift things for myself, so that whatever is not being addressed here can start to be addressed. It's like when you start focusing over here on these energies, you will be able to spot the shark in the water, if that makes sense. So I think that's the message that we have here for you today, pile 1. I want to reassure you that if well, first of all, if this didn't resonate at all, this is probably not your pile. But if you are currently in this Four of Cups energy, things are going to shift and change for you. I do want to reassure you about that. And I want to thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please feel free to give it a like. Please comment down below, let me know whether this did resonate or not. If you like my videos and you want to see more from me, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. I also have Patreon, where I post different types of bonus content. And with that said, thank you very much for watching pile 1, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Hello pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Death card, this is going to be a reading for today, where we're going to take a look at what is about to happen next. This might be something that you are expecting to happen, in which case you might be looking for confirmation. It could be totally unexpected. It could represent an energetic shift for you, or some unexpected event. So we'll see whatever comes out in the cards. And with that said, let's get into it. We have the Princess of Pentacles. This would be the Page of Pentacles. Very nice. Okay. Oh. I will say, when I was shuffling your deck after pile 1, as cards kept flipping as I was shuffling, and I was like, thank you, I know you're eager to talk to pile 2, but please wait until we're actually doing the reading. But I just thought that was funny. You definitely have a spirit guide who's eager to talk to you. So this would be the Nine of Pentacles. About to happen. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, what is about to happen? Spirit, what is about to happen? Okay. All right, and then we have the Five of Swords. Okay. And we are going to get your oracle card just for some additional context. We have the Rainbow. I love that. It says the most difficult part of a situation is over. So if you've been looking for confirmation about whether the hard part is over, the answer is yes. And there's reassurance here that, whatever is about to happen next is not going to be nearly as hard as whatever you have been going through so far. Like whatever you've gone through to this point, your hard work is about to pay off. You're creating new opportunities for yourself. And whatever challenges might come up next, again, like this Five of Swords situation, I'm seeing like it's a challenge that's I think just coming up because of the way that you have grown and changed and shifted. Like I don't want to put it in the context of like a spiritual test, because I don't think that resonates for everybody. I don't want to think that, that I'm constantly going through some sort of obstacle course, like spiritual obstacle course where I have to have tests all the time, but it could just be like, because of the way that you have already grown and evolved, and the energy that I would see you being represented by this Page of Pentacles here, the energy you are already in, it might attract other energies in towards you that they want what you have. They want what you have, is what I'm hearing. And obviously, of course, you don't have to give that away. Like, you know, you can choose. You can use your discernment who to give your energy to. And whatever is going to happen here is not nearly as difficult as what you faced in the past. I think that there's just like a message from spirit, like, yeah, people are going to come in, they're going to want to try and take something from you, or they're going to, you know, they're going to maybe come in with a challenging or negative or toxic energy, whatever we're talking about here. And it's not really a problem for you because of the ways you've already grown and changed and all of the hard work you've already done. And especially in the energy of the Page of Pentacles, of like taking it one day at a time, one step at a time, one challenge at a time, you know, like not overly catastrophizing about this stuff. There's always going to be people in this world that are in the energy of the Five of Swords that are willing to kind of climb over you or do whatever they have to do to get what they want. And like there's going to be narcissists and people who lack empathy and like the sociopaths and, you know, and there's always going to be people with just a low emotional IQ. There's always going to be people like that. There's going to be selfish people and evil people. That's just part of being in the world. But you can choose how you want to handle these situations, and you can even choose not to engage. There could obviously be a situation where you are forced to engage with somebody like this. Like, for example, you know, if you're working in a job and, you know, and you happen to have one particularly difficult client and you don't have the power to fire this client and you just have to work with them. Like that, there could be a situation like that. But what I'm seeing is, again, like you are no longer in a place in your life where this is like a huge mountain or is going to have a significant impact on you, or going to be something that you internalize as, like, you know, as something that's going to affect your self-esteem or anything like that. Like, again, this is going to happen, but it's nothing to worry about, which I love that. I love that message for you. I think that's a really positive message. And I love the message of the rainbow as a symbol of hope and positivity, and I just love that. So I wanted to say that right off the bat. And I don't know if you can hear the sirens outside. I mean, I do live in a city, there are sirens, but they can also, I think, be associated with a message that, like, you have angelic support as well. Like, there are angels who are looking over you, working with you. So if that resonates for you, there might be a message there about that as well. I just wanted to point that out. So I did already talk a little bit about the Page of Pentacles. I think this represents your current approach to life, and I think that's beautiful. This is a great energy to be in. Again, the Page of Pentacles, taking it one day at a time, treating every experience like a learning experience, which is great. Just approaching things with a beginner's mind and saying, like, okay, I'm just going to take it one day at a time. I'm going to learn as much as I can. I'm going to gather whatever resources I need before I choose to move forward into the next thing. And there might be a message that you might be getting ready to make a choice here with the Seven of Cups. This can talk about having options, and that's why I'm also talking about, especially in relation, sorry, I'm getting, I sometimes get a little bit ahead of myself. Okay, Page of Pentacles, great energy to be in. Because you're in this energy, you are working towards a Nine of Pentacles, which is, you know, hard work paying off. This is abundance. It could be related to money. It could be related to, and that might be what's attracting this Five of Swords. You might be generating more money than you have before. You might be about to receive a windfall. Because you're in this very positive, this is a great energy for manifesting. Page of Pentacles, great energy for manifestations. Because you're in this energy, you are generating some sort of abundance, whether it's financial, it could be just a spiritual abundance in terms of a sense of gratitude and groundedness, and feeling like, again, like nothing can come and knock you down. You're in a great place. And that could be what is being represented on this Nine of Pentacles. It's a general reading. Take it however it resonates for you. If you've been slowly and methodically working on something and treating it like you're just in it for the journey, and like every step of the journey is just a pleasure, and not really focused too much on the outcome, then there might be a reassurance here. You are about to receive a really positive outcome. Again, like more money, more opportunities to create create money for yourself. And it could be that part of what you're generating is this Seven of Cups, having options, being able to choose where you want to go next, especially if you might have been in a period of time where you might have experienced financial instability. The Nine of Pentacles might represent getting to a place of financial stability where now you have like the ability, the time, the energy, the financial resources to think about where you want to go next, to be intentional. And that could be, you might be doing research or gathering resources to try to make a choice. So, okay, where do I want to go from here? Where do I want to go next? I have options. It could even be, I could definitely see this spread being related to, you know, if you have recently graduated from a program and you're like thinking about, okay, well, what type of job do I want to have? Like what type of career? Where do I want to go next? Do I want to go to like a postgraduate thing? Do I want to look for a job immediately? Do I want to look into being self-employed? It's like being kind of in that energy because of how well you did. You have all of these options that are open to you. That's how I'm being called to interpret this Seven of Cups. There might, you know, sometimes with the Seven of Cups, there can be a feeling maybe of confusion. Maybe being a little overwhelmed because there are so many options here, and it can be really difficult to discern, you know, okay, which one do I want? There might be a little bit of FOMO involved in terms of like if I shut the door on one thing, you know, if I choose one thing, I'm shutting the door on everything else, etc. But with the energy of the Page of Pentacles, I don't really see you kind of struggling with that too much, because there's an energy of like I'm gonna do the work until I figure out what I want, etc. And I don't need to rush this choice, which I think is great. And then of course the Five of Swords here, again, just like a message, and I don't even think it's a warning. I think it's just like a message, like Spirit's here to just say, yeah, you know, somebody, or like maybe one specific person or a group of people, or maybe somebody you already know, maybe a toxic family member, whoever, like whatever situation this is, might be in an energy of a five of Swords. You might have competition. You might have people who are really jealous of the opportunities you've created for yourself. You might have people who are jealous of your abundance. You might have people who want to come in and take what you have, but you don't have to worry about that because you're just in such a great place where, again, like the hard part is over. You've done the hard part. And now, again, whatever additional challenges come up, like you have this sword, and you are able to defend yourself from whatever energy is being represented here. And I love that for you. So I think that might be the message here for you. I don't know that it's much more complex than that. Your reading might be a little bit shorter. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you did like it, please feel free to give it a like. Please leave a comment down below and let me know whether this resonated for you or not. You know, with this type of reading, I'm never sure how much it resonates with people. You know, I try to do it intuitively and just hope that, you know, that this message does resonate with somebody. But with that said, thank you very much for watching Pile 2, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Hello Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Star card, this is going to be your reading for today, where we're asking what is about to happen next. This might be an event or a shift in energy, or something unexpected, or maybe something that is expected, that you are expecting to happen or wanting to happen, and you're looking for confirmation. I don't know. We'll see whatever comes out in the cards. I will say that Spirit's showing me the month of December and snowfall, so I don't know if that's relevant. This video is going to be going up in November, so that might be, maybe something's going to happen in November, maybe something's going to happen around the time of the first snowfall, if it snows where you live. It's a general reading. That message might be one for one specific person, so take it however it resonates, and let's get into it. What happens for Pile 3? We have the Four of Wands, very nice. Okay. Oh, okay, we have the Two of Swords and the Fool. Very nice. Okay. Okay, that's too many. Okay. What is about to happen for... Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. This card did come out for Pile 2. Although it was in a different context. So if you did feel drawn to Pile 2, there might be messages there for you, but your energy does have, your pile does have a different energy for you here. I mean, definitely with the with the Fool and the Ace of Swords, something's about to happen. There's going to be some shift or change, or a choice that you're going to make, I think. You know, and especially going from the Two of Swords to the Ace of Swords, we're choosing one direction. We're picking a sword, and we're choosing to follow that. And in the energy of the Fool, that is a very positive energy to be in. I think you're going to be feeling good about this choice or decision. And the Four of Wands, also a positive message there. This might be either your current energy, this might be the goal that you're working towards, or it might be context for whatever choice or decision we're talking about here. And I will get into that. I do want to get your oracle card before I start talking, just to see what it is. You did get a month of the year. So, and I try, you know, this deck there's like 200 cards in this deck, which is great. I love it. Some of them they do have all 12 months of the year. There are some other themes and stuff. And I tend to not be overly prescriptive with the oracle cards because, you know, if Spirit has a specific message, even if I don't think it's relevant necessarily to the topic, you know, there might be something that's relevant to somebody watching. So just wanted to say that. We do have March. So there might be something related. I was seeing December. There might be something also related to the month of March. Again, this video is going up in November, so March is not that far away. It's like, if I'm doing the math correctly, in about 5 months. And, you know, and you could be watching this video at any time. There might be something significant about the month of March. I also, not terribly familiar with flowers, but these might be like, a bluebell or a snowdrop or something. Like there might be a flower that looks like this that kind of hangs over like that. That might be significant for you. So I want to say that. And it could be also if you're trying to make a choice or a decision, or if you're waiting for a development to happen. There might be a message from Spirit that any time between December and March, because it is a general reading and there are other factors at play here that can affect the timeline, that might be when you can expect to see a development. I was also, when I pulled the Fool, thinking about January, because I was seeing December, January, you know, the Fool, the beginning, the first of the major arcana, the beginning of the year, starting over again at the beginning. So, again, take that however it resonates. So with the Four of Wands here, again, I was thinking this could be context, it could be your current situation, but the Four of Wands represents usually a pretty positive feeling. It's a feeling of stability, familiarity, can be associated with coming home. It could be in the sense of coming home on a spiritual level, in terms of feeling like you're in alignment with your soul's purpose, or you are meeting members of your soul family, feeling like you can come home to a soulmate, that type of thing. It could be literally coming home, like going to your hometown, you know, visiting your parents, your family of origin, something related to that, only if it gives you positive feelings, like only if that is a positive experience for you, and there's just something about cultivating that sense of safety, home, familiarity, comfort, and peace. That is what I would associate here. There is also sometimes a message with the Four of Wands about specific milestones and achievements, again, usually in a positive context. So that would be for a relationship milestone, it might be getting engaged, getting married, it could be something financial, it could be you know, buying a car, it could be getting promoted at work, moving into a new house, you know, whatever you are working towards, whatever the next milestone would be for you in whatever context we're talking about. Could be being represented here. And again, it could also just be related to that feeling of safe haven, safety, familiar, home. Like I feel comfortable here. I know where I am. I know that I belong here. I feel comfortable and safe here. So again, take it however it resonates for you. If you are trying to make a choice or a decision that is related to any of the things that I talked about related to the Four of Wands, then you would know that this is the context for the reading. We do have the Two of Swords here. The Two of Swords can talk about needing to maybe take a step back from a situation, give yourself time and space in order to clear your mind, in order to make a choice or a decision about how to move forward. It could be a literal choice between two options, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a card that comes out maybe if you are feeling confused or overwhelmed, or again, like you're not quite sure where you want to go or what you want next or what to do next. The message here, the advice here would be, again, to take a step back. And particularly if you feel like you are maybe emotionally confused, again, a message to take a step back, give yourself that time and that space. You know, if you have to tell somebody like I'm sorry, I can't spend time today, you know, I need to take a mental health day or whatever, just to do that for yourself, to kind of sit in contemplation. And there can be, because this card sometimes depicts somebody sitting with a blindfold, there can be a message that this might not be a situation that you can logically think your way out of, like your empirical senses, your rationality, your logical brain might not be able to help you out in this situation. And so it might be a message to, again, so to sit in quiet contemplation and get in touch with your own internal guidance, your intuition. And even asking Spirit for help, you know, sitting in meditation and saying, okay, Spirit, can you give me some guidance about what to do here, or like help me figure out how I feel about this situation so I can figure out how to move forward. And then just like patiently waiting for whatever feeling, response, gut sensation, intuitive knowledge you might have that is related to the situation, and making sure to remain open to whatever comes to you and whatever form it takes. So there might even be a message here about what is about to happen next is when you are feeling safe and comfortable, you are going to feel like you can take the time to sit and figure out what you want and where to go and how to get there. And then once this process is over and you feel like you're ready to move forward, we have the Fool and the Ace of Swords. That's a beautiful message. That's fantastic. The Fool is about, again, starting at the beginning. It's about like moving forward with a beginner's mind, feeling very carefree, unburdened, trusting in Spirit. You know, this Fool's about, you know, to take a leap off of this cliff, just trusting that they're going to be caught. You know, like it's I trust in the spiritual process and the spiritual journey. I've made peace with whatever my choice is here. I've tied up the loose ends. I've learned whatever lesson was part of the previous cycle, and I'm ready to just move forward and see wherever it goes, like to see wherever it takes me. You know, with letting go of the outcome, I'm just gonna bravely take that first step forward. And again, there's an intentionality, there's an assertiveness, there's saying like I'm going to choose to take a step towards whichever sword I have chosen that's being represented on this Ace of Swords here. And the Ace of Swords itself can be associated with a sense of clarity. It can be associated with having an epiphany or an aha moment, or you know, some maybe even a moment of divine inspiration where Spirit, you know, if you're sitting in quiet contemplation and Spirit comes to you and says, you know, maybe somebody shows up in a dream, or you know, or you have like a moment with Spirit where they say like, here, like this is your guidance, or you know, or like this path is more in alignment with your soul's purpose, or you know, we're going to show you what your heart really wants. You know, however it resonates for you, but it is getting that sense of clarity, whether from a spiritual source or from your own inner knowing, when you've taken the time to sit down and really connect with yourself about it, which is a beautiful positive message, particularly if you've been feeling confused. There's definitely a message here. You won't be feeling that way forever, but the advice is to give yourself time to work it out. You don't need to rush forward, because you will move forward when you're meant to. And then the Ace of Swords can also be associated with using your voice. It can be associated with like clear, assertive communication. If there is somebody that who has historically trampled on your boundaries, for example, can be a message about saying, no, I'm not going to allow that anymore. It could be a message about, again, using your voice to advocate for yourself, to assert your needs, which might be something that you are working on or something that is relevant to you. It doesn't have to be, and it might not be part of the message for you today. So again, just take it however it resonates. But I will say that I think the message here, what's about to happen, sometime between December and March of this year, you might have a breakthrough or an epiphany where you feel inspired to move forward towards something, a greater sense of clarity that whatever you are choosing to do is what you want to do. And it's Spirit specifically directing me to phrase it that it's what you want to do. It's not even really about what your spirit guides want you to do. It's not about like, is this in alignment with your spiritual path? It's about what do you want to do, I think is a really big part of this figuring things out on the Two of Swords. And so that's part of the message. You are going to be figuring out what it is that you want. And then you're going to be able to take steps towards it because you're going to know what you want. And so I think that's a beautiful message for you. I think that is where I'm going to leave your reading. I hope that it has resonated for you. If you did like it, please feel free to give it a like. Please comment down below. Let me know whether it did resonate or not. If you like my videos and you want to see more from me, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. I also have a Patreon where I post different types of bonus content. So the link to that will be in the description. And thank you very much for watching Pile 3, and I do hope to see you in my next video.